Let us discuss this example. Okay. See, in this example, we have to prove there is no rational number whose square is 2. Getting? So, this thing we have to prove. So, normally in mathematics, when we ask to prove something, most of the times we go with contradiction. So, that means we will assume exactly opposite thing. I will assume that there is a rational number whose square is 2, and by solving we will get contradiction somewhere, and we will say that our assumption is wrong. So therefore there is no rational number whose square is 2. Let us start. Let R belongs to Q such that R square is equal to 2. This thing I am assuming. I am assuming there is a rational number. Q means set of rational number. There is a rational number whose square is 2. What is rational number? Rational number means a number which can be expressed in a form of P upon Q. So this R also can be expressed in the same form. Here R belongs to Q implies R is equal to P divided by Q. The most important thing is denominator should be non-zero. Okay, I should mention where that denominator should be non-zero. P and Q, both of them are integers, and GCD of P and Q, which is equal to 1. So maybe you are surprised by watching this one. What is meaning of GCD of P and Q is 1? That means we are trying to express it in a simplest form. For example, 9 by 6. This is a rational number, right? Anything can be expressed in the form of P upon Q in a rational number, where 9 and 6 are integers. But both of them are divisible by 3, right? So if you divide both sides by 3, so it is 3 by 2. This is also rational number. These are not distinct rational number, just we have expressed in a different way. Okay, so that means if this form is in this form, that means we have to divide, okay, numerator denominator if it is possible, and we will try to express it in a simplest form. So that's why now it is not further divisible, 3 and 2, getting now. So that's why GCD of 3 and 2 is 1, common divisor is 1, so that's why we can write in that way. So this is the meaning of it. Let us go further. See, we have what we have, R square is equal to 2. This thing we have assumed, but our R is P upon Q. So therefore, what can we write? P upon Q square is equal to 2. Agree with me? See, I will take square of numerator and denominator separately. So therefore, P square by Q square is equal to 2, right? So I will shift Q square on that side. So P square is equal to 2Q square. Agree with me? So if you focus on the right hand side, but 2 divides 2Q square. If I draw a vertical line, it means divides. This line indicates divides. Instead of writing in sentence, we simply write, okay, in this way, getting 2 divides 2Q square. See, 2 divides 2Q square, since 2 is already there, no? So that's why obviously 2 divides 2Q square. Therefore, 2 divides, but 2Q square is nothing but P square. So therefore, 2 divides P square. See, but 2 is prime. So therefore, if 2 divides P square, obviously 2 divides P. This is possible because 2 is prime number. So that's why it is, we can write in this way, 2 divides P. So that means P is in multiple of 2. For example, 8. 2 divides 8, right? Because 8 is in multiple of 2. 8 is equal to 2 into 4. 20. 2 divides 20 because 20 is in multiple of 2. 2 into 10 is equal to 20. So similarly, 2 divides P. Therefore, P is also 2 into n for some n belongs to integer, positive integer. Okay, so 2 divides P, that means P should be in multiple of 2, getting? So P is equal to 2n. See, then what will I do? I will call it as 1, then 1 becomes, see, what will I do? I will put this value of P in equation number 1. So what will happen if I put P is equal to 2n? So 2n square is equal to 2Q square. right? So if I take separate square, that means 4n square is equal to 2q square. See, both sides are divisible by 2. I can cancel 2 from both sides. So therefore, this is 2n square is equal to, let me write here, 2n square is equal to 2 cancel, no, 2 is cancel here. So it is simply q square. Okay, so there is no more space. So I suggest you to make a screenshot of it. After that, we will go further. Let us continue. So yeah, 2n square is equal to q square. There, but 2 divides 2n square. 2 is there, no? So that's why obviously 2 divides 2n square. But 2n square is equal to q square. So therefore 2 divides q square. Getting, but 2 is prime, so 2 divides q also. So therefore 2 divides q, because the reason is 2 is prime number. Okay, so 2 divides q, that means obviously q is in multiple of 2. Getting, 20, 2 divides 20, so therefore you can write 20 is equal to 2 into 10. Getting, it is in multiple of 2. So therefore 2 divides q, so therefore q is equal to 2m for some m belongs to z. It is just like this. Here q, we had written there p is equal to 2n. Now we are writing q is equal to 2m. Okay. See, okay. So then, therefore, clearly I will mention, clearly 2 divides 2n and 2 divides 2m. Okay, 2 divides, 2 is already there. So 2n means multiple of 2. So obviously 2 divides 2n. 2 divides 2m. This is also multiple of 2. But 2n means what? 2n means p, right? So therefore 2 divides p. And 2m means what? 2m means q. So therefore 2 divides q. Okay, let me remove this part. It is not required. And you have also already taken screenshot of it. Okay, so therefore 2 divides p and 2 divides q. So therefore we can say 2 is a common divisor of p and q. Getting, 2 is a common divisor. Just like 8 and 12. 8. 2 divides 8, yes. 2 divides 12, yes. That means 2 is a common divisor of 8 and 12. So therefore you can write 2 divides GCD of p and q also. It is a common divisor, so therefore, and GCD means greatest common divisor. GCD means what? Greatest common divisor, and 2 is a common divisor, so therefore 2 divides its GCD also. So therefore 2 divides GCD of p and q. Already we have taken initially. You remember GCD of p and q is 1. So 2 divides 1. It is not possible. 2 cannot divide 1. 1 can divide 2, but 2 cannot divide 1. So this is not possible. This is not possible. So I will mention here, we get contradiction here. We get contradiction. Okay, we get contradiction. Why we are getting contradiction? Because our assumption is wrong. So therefore we are getting contradiction. Therefore our assumption is wrong. Assumption is wrong. So what was our assumption? We had assumed that there is one rational number whose square is 2. So it is wrong. So that means there is no rational number having square 2. So therefore there is no rational number x such that whose square is 2. So in this way we have completed this example. Make a screenshot of it. After that we will stop. Thank you. Bye bye.